Hi, hello, how you doing? I'm Renewal by name. I'm a business consultant, a business coach, and an accountant by profession. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time of you coming to our YouTube channel, I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button and follow us. But if you've been here over a period of time, thank you so very much. Today, I'll be talking on how to start importation business in Nigeria. Let me take it again. How to start food importation business in Nigeria. I'm doing this video or this training because in my timeline, in my inbox, people ask questions. Do a video for how to import food from Nigeria to the UK, to America, to Europe and co. I'll share a story with you. Sometimes like 5 months ago, I traveled to Germany. One major challenge I had in Frankfurt, where I was based, was eating African food was the problem. I ate burger tea for the 10 days I was in quarantine in the hotel room before I could get an African market where I got good egusi. And the egusi I bought at home, I won't eat the egusi. Very small thing like this. How much was it? 10 euro. Getting palm oil was hectic. Getting ugu, getting dry fish was something else. So today I'm going to put you through everything you think, everything you know you need to start a profitable food importation. This is how it works. If you are taking things out of Nigeria, it's called exportation. If you are taking something into Nigeria, it's called importation. So this is my poultry farm where I work and do everything as a business consultant. I just finished taking my daily record and I say, let me put you through this. Can you permit me to pull off this? But we're going to our lecture class right now. Before we start, go get your biro, go get your pen and everything. Go get your pen and everything. I'm going to take you on this long class that at the end of the day, you'll be glad that truly you got value. You know, one thing about YouTube channel is always about getting value. So back to it. The first thing you need to do when you want to start your importation business is what? You need to get a business name. A business name. That is just the first thing. You need to think of what kind of business do you want to do? What kind of importation or exportation do you want to do? I'll be using the word exportation more often and more regularly. What kind of, let's work there. This is my farm, so let me show you around our farm. If we go to the classroom, you need to ask yourself, what kind of exportation do you want to involve in? Is it food exportation? What kind of food do you want to export? What kind of food? Is it dry or fresh? There are times some people dry the feed or the food that they are going to export out of the country. So you need to ask yourself these questions. Is there a market for me out there? What do I really need to do? What do I need to put in place to ensure I get this whole thing? So in this book with me, everything you need to know I have been put there. I've got to do the research, the statutory requirements, the legal requirements, and the market survey. Everything is what I'm going to be putting you through in the next let's say 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm so sure you'll get so much value. So come with me to my office. This is my farm. This is our farm office here, and I'm going to share with you here. The first thing I've put here on this board is how to start food exportation business. You must understand that food is something that everybody needs. There's a saying that says that we eat to live and we don't live to eat. So if actually we eat to live and we don't live to eat, then why do we need food? Exportation is as a result of moving value from one point, let's say point A to point B. As I said at the beginning of this video, if you are taking something out of Nigeria, taking it out is called exportation. Let's say you are growing your feed and everything. If you are bringing it into the country, it's called importation. But today we're focusing more on the requirements what do you need to start a food exportation business in Nigeria? I have so many of my persons who are in the UK. Look at the research material I've gone to do just for you. You know, in this YouTube, I always give value. These are all the materials. Go get your biro and your pen. The first thing you need to ask yourself is first, before you start your food exportation market, you do what is called need analysis. Need analysis. Need analysis is to enable you understand the market gap. Since I'm speaking too much English, Abby, to understand the market gap. The market gap has to do with your customer pain point. What are the pain points do you want to offer solution for? Pain point. Or you can still call this pain point need. What are you offering solution to? That is the question you should ask yourself. I said before, I was in Germany. If I had my way, I would have opened an Africa restaurant in that city where I was. But there were a lot of Africans there. They kept asking the same question, where can we get African food to buy? So the question you need to ask yourself, you need to do a need analysis. What kind of food do you want to export out of Nigeria? Is it gari? Is it millet? Is it beans? Is it rice? Is it yam? Is it ugu? Is it cassava? Is it cow skin? No, ask more. So these are the questions you need to ask yourself. What are the gaps in the sense that currently that place you want to export those things to in the UK, in America, in Canada, in Germany, in France, in Spain, do they really need that thing? Because it makes no sense you export things and start looking for buyer. So it's better there's a readily available market that need what you want to export out of Nigeria than you going there and keeping it. Because by the time you don't have a ready market, now realize that what happens, you suffer storage issue. And storage is one major challenge, warehousing. That you pay a lot for that. Then I'm looking at what are the pain points. What is that thing you would take to Europe right now that people are willing to offer you 10 euro, 100 euro, 50 euro, $1,000 to buy that thing? There must be need in what you want to do. Don't say, oh, because I just want to start this particular thing, so therefore I want to do that. No. So now we've talked about this in the the first first Budo because I'm having 4 things for you. I tell you will learn and tomorrow you're gonna start your business. So now you've talked about your need analysis. The next one we'll be looking at will now be your company registration. And all this information are gotten from Nigeria Export Promotion Council. I've gone to do research on NAFDAC. Everything is what I'm going to show you in this video. The first thing I'll be looking at that, I'll advise you, don't register a business name, register a limited liability company. And I'll tell you why. What we have normally is what? We have business name, we have limited liability company, LTD, and we have PLC, and we have by guarantee. I don't know how they call those guys, but I just know you understand what I'm saying. Let me just call like an NGO. Let's say an NGO, or a company by guarantee, by trust. So these are the 4 major companies you can register in CAC. CAC means Corporate Affairs Commission. They are the body in charge of regulating and registering all companies. A business name can be used for what you want to do, but business name is about 25,000 naira in CAC in registration. The liability company is about, let's say, 40,000 naira to 50,000 naira officially. But when you meet your lawyers, they'll have your lawyer fees and all this. So the first step you need to do what is known as company search. Company search. So what the company search does for you is able to see if your name is available. Like our company name is Smile Planet. In 2014, when we want to register the company, we did search on the name to know if the name is available. After doing this, your name is available. Then, remember I said it's profitable you do more of limited liability, because with this, you can have 1 million share capital. That million share capital has to do your equity on your business. I don't want to go to that direction. So now we've talked about your search, you register your company, assuming you've done all these things. Then you now ask yourself, which are the things? So I'm going to list these things out, the things that you need, because the body in charge of regulating anything exportation and importation in Nigeria is Nigeria Export Promotion Council. Nigeria Export Promotion Council. Nigeria Export Promotion Council. They are the one in charge for every regulation. So you might be wondering, do I need to go register a company before I can come? Yes, because when you go into when you go sorry about that, when you go to this Nigeria Export Promotion Council office, what they want to do, they want to deal with a company, not an individual. So let's assume I'm going there. My name is Abraham. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Abraham from Abraham. I want to go into exportation. What they ask me, which company do you represent? The same question you will be asked. Which company want to go into exportation? These are the questions they always ask. That is why you need a business name or a registered company that would serve as the middle party between you and your customers. And funny enough, in Nigeria Export Promotion Council rules that there's no place for business name. It's only limited liability company that are allowed minimum. The next one you have cooperative, you have government, this thing. So it's only limited liability company that are only allowed to start importation and exportation. So if you have a business and you think you're going to upgrade it, so what is required for you to submit with them first will be as a, now we're focusing on LTD, limited liability company. I'm showing you about the requirements. We're not talking about first limited liability company. This means that the company is limited by shares. So minimum limited by shares. So minimum share capital is always 1 million. The lawyer can put you through on that, or you can DM me and I'll guide you on what to do. 1 million. So what Export Promotion Council will be needing from you will be 1, your certificate of incorporation, your certificate of incorporation. So this certificate of incorporation is more or less like your company birth certificate. When you have been given birth to, you had a certificate. You say go and bring your birth certificate. So your certificate of incorporation also means your company birth certificate. These are the number 1 thing you'll be asked for. And you can get this thing after you've registered your company. Then number 2 you'll be looking at will now be, it says certified true copy. Certified true copy of memorandum and article of association. Permit me, I'm writing shorthand. You understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, article of association. So what did this mean? Your memorandum of association simply clearly states what your business is going to engage in. That is why you need to put importation and exportation of food and cars and other items. I hope you are following me. So when you provide this, next one you'll be going to go now be 3. There's 2 forms they normally give to you. They call it Form CO7 and Form CO2. This Form CO7 is known, the number 1 down, it has to do with particulars of the directors. Nigeria Export Promotion Council, Nigeria Export Promotion Council want to know who are the directors of the business. The other Form CO2, so I'm mixing it up, has to do with what are the details of these people running this business. So these are the number 1 first thing you need in your first step to take towards going into importation and exportation food business in Nigeria. If you want to just go there are other companies that have gotten all this documentation. You can choose to just liaise with them. You get your food, you sell to them, and they take it out for you. Those kind of one. But if you really want to go into it big time, you want to be like a company like ours that's into this kind of business, These are the process you need to go. The first one I've talked about will now be you need to have a company registered name. I believe I can clean this. I've talked about registering your company. The next one I'll be looking is, you remember I was talking about how to start food exportation business in Nigeria. Then why do you have to do all these things? It goes a long way to help you gain clarity in your business. In doing that with them, you have to, first time, if you are registering for the first time with them, you're going to pay 13,500 naira. In dollar, that's about $3. That's about let's say $10 or thereabout. 13,500. If you are registering for the first time, you are a newcomer. Then the second time, if you are renewing your certificate with them, you have to pay 7,500 naira. How together now? Then if for late renewal, let's say you were so busy, you forgot to renew it, late renewal, you have to pay 12,500. That is after 3 months of expiration, after 3 months of certificate expiration. So meaning if you were in this month now, let's say in January now, it's really expire in January. They are giving you the grace of January, February, March to renew. If you don't renew it, you end up paying 12,500. Let's take it again. 13,500 for the first registration. So these are the things you need to understand clearly of how you need to start your importation business. Let's now go to the business of the day. I mean, the business of the day. Shall I do books more, Abi? Okay. So let's now go to the business of the day. Then I'm going to put you through the 9 steps. 9 steps. 9 steps you need to go through. 9 steps for registration. So these 9 steps are the things that I got from official source, so that anywhere you are in the world, you are thinking of coming into this, you can clearly understand this whole thing. The first step, the first thing I'll be looking at will be here. Before I come to this 9 step, I'm going to share with you everything on this content. How do you need to do it? This is called, I got it from Nigerian Stock Promotional Council. Yeah, it talked about your exportation plan. Exportation, or you can call it export plan. Please pay attention to this. This simply is a guide to enlighten you to know what are the things you need to even do first before going to the farm. Coming to like our farm in Smile Planet to want to get chicken, get egg, get yam, get ugu to export. What are those things you need to understand? The first thing here you need to do, number 1 is your company profile. Number 1, I said your company profile. Your company profile. Your company profile, okay, this seems better. Number 1 is your company profile. Your company profile simply just details about your company, about your company. Assuming you've already, remember I talked about, you've already registered your company, you define what you want to do in the company, you've given the company name. So you now have, you'll be needing a company profile to clearly state what is the objective and aim of that business you are doing. What is the objective and aim of that business you are doing? So that this will enable you to understand this thing. So once you have your company profile, you state it. This has to do with what? 1, your human resources. Your human resources. Overview of your business. Overview of your business objective. Of your business objective. I know you're going to wonder, do I need to do all these things? If you really want to go into this business and make good money from it, this is where you need to go through. So the next thing we're looking at again will not be human resources. Then your product, what do you want to be doing? So this will just products through services. To do just simply just overview. That is your company. The next one you'll be looking at here will be your key features. Your key features of target market. I like this part of target market. Target market. This simply just talk about, I'll read it out so you clear. Say, outline the target market and the key features that lead you to choose them. Try and keep the features clean. Do not spread your resources, both human and material, across many markets. Know the profile of your potential customer. In business, this is called customer avatar. Avatar means something that is not real, but it's like a mixed copy, a demo copy of what is real. Your market, your key feature of your target market. Who are the people you want to supply your products to in America, in UK, in Canada, where you are going to export that thing? If you are exporting ugu, is it those people that run African restaurants in the UK you are going to export it to? Is it for those people that have home consumption? If you are exporting yam out of Nigeria, because if you are in the UK, you are coming to Nigeria to do this, meaning you are importing yam to the UK. If you are in Europe, wherever you are in the world, remember I explained that in the beginning of this video. If you are saying, okay, well, Mr. Abraham, I need this office chair. This office chair, if you take the office chair from Nigeria to the UK and you are based in the UK, it's called importation, meaning you are importing it into the country. But if you are now in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria now, taking things out from UK to Nigeria, that's called importation. So importation is bringing into the country. Exportation is taking out of the country. Get that? So, so that you should understand, once you are in Europe now, whatever you are bringing from Nigeria to Europe, because you are importing it into Europe. But if you are in Nigeria, you are taking it to Europe because you are exporting it out. And after you've done this, your marketing, identifying who are your customers. Is it male? Are they male? Are they female? Is it for children consumption? Is it for personal use? Is it for commercial purpose? Commercial purpose. These are questions you should ask yourself before say I want to go into, because these like these are things that people always ask me in my seminars, in my training, in my coaching one-on-one program. I explain this whole thing. I said, let me do a video for you. So there's another look at your competitor analysis. Your competitors analysis. Remember I talked about the first thing you need, your guideline, the template you need to start an importation business is one, register your company profile. I'm talking about what you need now. First, your background work before you start. Your company profile, we've talked about your the key features of your target market. Now we're not talking about your competitor analysis. What does this simply mean? Competitor analysis simply just, I'll read it here for you. Say, know and analyze the relevant competitors operating in your target market, whether domestic or foreign. Study their market share, brand, price, and what? Market positioning. So what this simply just mean here is that when we talk of market share, sorry, my head is hot this hot afternoon. Market share simply just means what is the volume, how many people know about those your competitors. If you are in the UK trying to want to import things from Nigeria to the UK, first go and do your market survey. Who are the main people that everybody is talking about that is bringing these things from Africa? How many people know them? How many areas do they cover? That is called market share. What is their brand? People buy things because of brand name. Do you want to compete with those people? Ask what are the gaps? What would you want us to improve? When you imagine you bought Gary in London, you bought Gary in New York, or you bought Gary in Frankfurt, you bought Gary in Paris, and the Gary is smelling, is not good. These are the questions you need to ask them under your key target point. So this would under your target market analysis. Then under your computer, that you now knowing what is missing will enable you now know how to track your competitors, know their market share, know their price. So this will enable them, okay, when you are calling money in Nigeria, please, I need palm oil for import. I want to import palm oil into my country where I'm staying. How much is it? It tell you, okay, it's 5,000 naira, or it says it's 25,000 naira per liter. That's why you need to know how to bargain very well in Nigeria, so that you can be able to compete with the competitors in that place. Because in business, there's what you call three kind of pricing. There's the price that's called penetration price. You bring that price to enable you penetrate the market by reducing your price to attract more customer. And you have what is called competitive price. That price is what everybody is offering in the market. So you just come in and do what? Get that price with everybody. So let's say your customer is selling a mudo of gari in Chicago for $200. You just bring your own and put it $200. That is competitive price. But let's say you live in Texas, America, or you live in Manchester, London, UK, or you live in Scotland. Because okay, your competitors are already doing £10 for oil, or for ogbolo, or for egusi, or for imported meat. You can choose to put penetrating price at £8. In the end, that's one small abi. So move fire on the go. So you can choose to put your price. So you decide kind of price strategy you want to use to enter the market. After that, you now be looking at your market strategy. Number 4. Your market strategy. Your market entry strategy. Yes, this is very important. Your market entry strategy. I'll read it again. Say, identify your product or service. Identifying how your product and say we get to the end customer in your target market. Outline clearly your marketing strategy. I'm married. The first day I saw my wife, let me tell you what I did. For some reason, I just so many busy activities. Where are you going to? You're looking good. That is penetrating strategy. So you now think about, maybe some of you watching this video now, you're married. Just think the first day your husband met you, or the first day you met your husband, you may like, damn, this guy is cute. Or the first day you met your fiancé, or some of you that are Pope and Reverend Sister, you're watching this, you don't want to marry. But just there was a day time that break the ice, everywhere is cold. So it still falls back to, how do you penetrate the market? Do you want to create awareness? Do you want to launch it, call your friends, let's talk over dinner? I know in Europe, in overseas, time is money. People are working, nobody have time to go. But just for a platform to bring people together, to launch your product, make them know that this is what you are going to start. Don't just go and import things into your room, into your store, into your place, and I say, sorry, I have ugu for sale. Please, I have rice for sale. Please, I have pressure will come. So you need to do your homework by what? Understanding how to what? Penetrate what? Your market. We've talked about that. They will not talk about what? Your unique selling point. So you must choose how you intend to enter your market. You will not talk about your unique selling point. I'll read there. Say, highlight the product. Under you need to do what's called your SWOT analysis. Your SWOT analysis. He's talking about what? 1, what are your strengths? 2, what are your weaknesses? 3, what are the opportunities are you seeing in that market that your competitors are not seeing? 4, what are the threats? E.g., how is the policies on importation like in the country where you are, in Europe or in Asia or in America? You build in your strength, you improve your weakness, you optimize and maximize or exploit your opportunity, and you avoid the threat or prevent it by doing the right thing. Your unique selling point is that thing you are selling, that thing that you know how to do best. Let's say if you're importing garina into your country, you can choose to pay visit to Nigeria once, call your mother in the village and say, Mama, please, that our farm, help us farm next year during rainy season. Fry the garri, make it dry, put oil well, make it dry. I want make it dry well. Use fresh oil, take fry that garri. When you're trying to do what? Your unique selling. People now say, Go and buy that garri from that guy in Manchester. There's somebody. Like, I was in a country in Europe, Lithuania, close to Germany. Somebody was bringing garri for me from Canos, and I was in Klaipeda. They were like, that guy's garri is top notch in this country. What happened? He got his unique selling point correctly. So oil can stay, and they'll just stay still, and they'll start smelling. So these are the things you need to get right. And to get your US, which is your unique selling point right, you need to get your quality control correctly. Quality control, QC. You need to get your what? Quality control correctly. Hope we're making progress. I don't know how long. Let me ask my media team how long we are going, but I'm just flowing because we still have a lot of way to go. Remember, I told you that after this video, you have a clear insight of how to go start your importation business. Let's fire on that. So now we've talked about your unique selling point. I didn't clean this part of this board. This board is small. We're not in the office, we're in the farm. I wish we were in my other office. We have a bigger board. We have a bigger board there. Sorry, let me close my laptop or something. So we'll now come back here. Promotion strategy. This is very important again. Number 5. Promotional strategy. How do you intend to promote your offer? You could see that it's not just about I want to start an exportation business. This is the cocoa. So how do you intend to tell people that hey, what's up? Hi guys, nigga, come by here. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. How do you intend to promote it? You're not talking about social media and digital marketing. Do you want to print flyers? Do you want to open an Instagram account, a Facebook page, or you want to really do live video? See, one way you can gain customer when it comes to importation and exportation business or any kind of business is to carry pro in the process. Just like you are moving, I don't know, cheap piece, with that rice out there, that bag of rice. So let's say you can just, okay, today guys, how are you doing? I'm going to the warehouse here. I'm going to get the feed I just brought from Nigeria. So I'll give you posted later. Those are promotional things. Those are strategies. Those are process oriented. Don't just be filming top notch. If you have staff, do video camera of the process. Okay, now this the rice I give to my staff. One of the rice I give to my staff as Christmas. You can carry this thing on your head on the video. Now your hustle with this one. Don't let anybody speak English for you. You can even carry this thing on my head. So this is the rice that just came from Nigeria, fresh Nigeria rice, fresh garri and everything. It's promotional strategy. Let me tell you something. Opinion is the cheapest commodity anybody can afford. Till Jesus comes, till the end of humanity, opinion are everywhere. Then people's opinion and focus on your hustle. Hustle without shame. In how much is legal, not illegal, legal. So let's continue in our class. I was about into the ministry. So back to this now. So what is your promotional strategy? Do you want to do a flyer? You want to run digital marketing? I teach Facebook ad. I'll teach you how to run digital marketing. Now talk about the process. It's part of what you use for promotional strategy. The next one we'll not be looking at your brand relevant. You need to brand it. Brand, yes. You need to ensure that there's a brand name to it. Like my business, my poultry farm, my facility management, my consulting, my NGO, bear one name, Smile Planet Consulting, Smile Planet Farms, Smile Planet. So you can ask, okay, Chi Ebere, Gary, Chi Ebere, Ugu, Aki, Musa, Alabi, palm oil. Just get a name. So that name is what you use to sell every other thing. We've talked about that. Now we'll talk about what? Now we're not talking about your logistics. How do you intend to take what you are doing from Nigeria, from the village you are buying from the market you are buying? How are you going to take it to the airport, to the seaport? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. So now we've talked about logistics. Then now we'll talk about what? Like I already said, logistics. All this aspect of planning, implementing, controlling, and efficient storage of goods and services from point of origin to deliver to who? Your buyers. Your buyers. So I'm very playful in my class. I don't let my class be so tight up type. So we talk about logistics now. So how do you intend to take it from the origin, from the village, from the location, from the market to your end user in anywhere in Europe? You need to plan it through. We're done with Module 1, Module 2. So let's now fire to what? Module 3. I told them I'm giving you a full course. That after this course, you go and start your own business and go and start doing your own exportation. Now, here we're looking at the 9 steps, the 9 kokoro steps that you need to do it. So let me go on like this. I just you know what? People ask me at times, Mr. Abraham, in your trainings, in your free videos, you give a lot of value. So how do you end up? Why do you do a lot of value? See, everything you think you know, somebody knows better than you. There is some you need to pay. There is some you need to get free, right? So I'm giving you this for free to tell you thank you for being on my YouTube channel. So let's fire on. So 9 steps. The 1 step checklist will not be 1. Exportation registration. Exportation registration. These are the first things you need to ask yourself. 1, if not become, I'm going to read through what they wrote here on their site. It does say, to export from Nigeria, you require to register with NEPC, meaning Nigeria Export Promotion Council. Please answer the following question. Do you know the requirement for registration? Are you already registered? At this place now be yes or no. Yes or no. If yes, fire on. If no, go and register your company. We'll talk about in the beginning of this session. And come back and let's get talking about business. So when I come here now, then number 2 will now be understanding the market. Understanding the market. Understanding the market. This simply just say that I've talked about this already. Understanding the market. This simply just talk about what now? Do you know? I'll read what is being said here. We talked about, are you registered? The next question I'll be understanding, I say, to develop a successful exportation business, a good understanding of your target market is essential. Please answer the questions below to find out if you, this is very you, if you understand the market. Number 1, do you know the exportation potential product of the international market? Meaning where you want to send those your yam, vegetable, etc. to. Do you know the market size? If yes, how do you identify the market for your product? How do you know? Is it male? Is it female? Is it for children? Is it for restaurants? Is it for private use? Is it for commercial purpose? How do you know these things? They are not asking you these questions. If you have an answer to them, then go and find your balling. Remember, do you know how to enter your preferred market? Remember, I talked about market entry strategy. Remember what? Do you know? He said what? Do you know if your product is acceptable? So these are questions you need to ask yourself. Then after doing this, you understand. They don't know what? Exportation plan. We've talked about exportation plan already. Step 2 will now be exportation plan. We've talked about exportation registration. We've talked about understanding your market. We've talked about exportation plan, which now is thing. Do you have management? What's your plan? Is it a long-term plan for exportation or a short-term plan? Do you have an exportation plan which include your best market segmentation? Identify your unique selling point. I've talked about that. Then your best distribution channel. Do you want to sell as wholesale in Europe? Wholesales. Do you want to sell as wholesale in Europe or retail? These are questions you need to ask yourself. Or retail. Or end users. You are 3 people you can sell to in Europe. Those people that have the big shops, those people that have the small shops, or the person that need it at home. Who are you selling for? You need to ask yourself those questions. So, we'll now fire on. Do you have, how do you intend to promote your materials? Is it through trade fairs? Do you want to do it in trade fairs? Do you want to do it online? These are questions you need to ask yourself. The next one will not be what again? Exportation document. Exportation document. This is what most people always ask me for. Exportation document and procedures. I will not put C, I will not put Dios. I want to make it not even they call on me for dragon. So good and fine. So I'll come here. This is the last one we're talking about here. Under the procedure, now we're looking at what you need first. Yeah, exporter document registration. Exporter registration document. Sorry, I went to night school. That's why I cannot pronounce that wrong. Exporter registration document. Under this, the first one they need is your CAC certificate. CAC, remember I told you your corporate registration, I talked in the beginning of this class. So is this session of class, which I will do your seminar workshop? You know what I'm talking about. So CAC certificate, that's for your company. Certificate. Number 2, they are asking for NABI issued by NEPC. You put your CAC certificate, you now have a certificate that is being issued by them to you, to your company. Meaning it's two certificates they are asking for now. Then relevant license document eligibility for this purpose. So meaning you'll be needing your CAC certificate, your Nigeria Export Promotional Council certificate. You get that one, you get it. If you don't get it, forget it. So that come here also. Then the next I'm looking at will now be exportation contract document. Export contract document. Remember we've talked about exportation, export registration. Do you have it, yes or no? Understanding your market plan, export plan. Export plan. What are your plans? You want to sell to wholesale, retail, and this. We're not talking about export documentation procedures. Have you registered with the NCPC? What your NAFDAC certification and others are there. Now your export contract document. Now I'll read this out. It says an export contract document is an agreement between the buyer and the seller on the terms of export business. Number 1, document issued. A signed export contract, meaning over there where you are taking it to, you need to prove that you have a market or somebody that will to receive it. Not that you just from here load a ferry or a train, or no, train does not go to, I not go lie there. Train does not go from Nigeria to Europe. So okay, let's say a plane or a ship. So you cannot just take it to the market and start. No, you need someone that is expecting it over there. That's what they're asking you here. So now put issued by you as exporter or the importer. Relevant document spelling out the obligation of the buyer and the seller. So these are under your export contract documents. I know this whole thing looks a whole lot of bulky, but it's a process that if you start it in a month, you can do everything. Because when there's a will, there's a way. Let me motivate you small. When there's a will, there's a now I enter small. So back to it. They will now go to quality assurance document. Quality assurance document. This thing used to confuse me when I was in my year 1 in school. Insurance and assurance. Insurance is for car, assurance is for so these are quality assurance documents. Number 1 is say quality assurance document help you to ensure that your export goods conform with the safety measures as stated by the international conventions and possibly agreement terms of contract. Using the international recognized body of exports is very important. Relevant documents include, this grammar hard though, certificate of agriculture commodities. This has to do with people that certify. It's a body that in charge of checking all import agricultural products. Is known as, they're not put the full name, but I'll check it and send in the next video. NAQS. The other number what? Health and Safety Procedure. NAFDAC. Okay, I know this one here. NAFDAC is National Food and Drugs Agency Control Supervision or Commission or this. So there are various bodies that are in charge. What I'll do in this video, I'm going to put these names here so you can check it on your own. So these quality control are very important to know if what you are trying to export out of Nigeria meets the international standard. There was a time that there were rumor, I can't really say, but I know I heard from the Bush Radio. Bush Radio means Beburu talk. You don't hear. You know that all those you hear say you can't say and I say that is Bush Radio. I heard from the Bush Radio that Nigeria beans were being rejected overseas. Nigerian yams were being rejected because they did not meet the quality and standard of the International Agricultural Body of Exportation terms and conditions. So you don't want to waste your money exporting things overseas and they are docked at the shipyard or in the airport, in the storage over there. You can't take it to the market to either your wholesalers, your retailers, or your end users. It's painful. You've gone through the whole process from the origin state in the farms, in the villages, make phone call, only to get it. They say it's not up to quality of standard. So that's why you need to go through this thing. So having a NAFDAC number simply shows that your business has been registered. You've gone through the whole channel of check and balances before you can now export it out. So that is why you need to register your company from the very beginning to enable you to be on the same page with the law requirements. So we've talked about that. Next one I'll be looking at also, that'll be commercial documents. Commercial documents. Commercial documents simply just said, I'll read for you to understand, but I wrote all this thing out. So you say here, the commercial document displaying the product value and quantities. The documents are both prepared and issued by the exporter. So you in the UK, assume, okay, let's say I'm in Nigeria, you want to bring this rice. I am the exporter, you are the importer. Because I'm in Nigeria, you're in the UK, you're in America, you're in Asia, you are in Germany, you are the importer, while I am the exporter. So I need to specify how many kg is in this bag of rice. This is Mama good or so good? Yeah, what is the kg of this rice? What is the composure, the bagging, the process? Those are the terms and things I need to put under this commercial. You see them as commercial so that people can easily read it. Imagine you are having a trailer load of yam. You don't need item specification. It falls under this particular one. Then in our case, you say performance invoice. Three invoice you need to put here. One, performance invoice. Performance invoice. Performance invoice, an offer by performance invoice is an offer by an exporter to sell a specific goods for a certain price at a certain terms and formal manner. So meaning, if I'm selling this duster board, I need to state it. What is it for? For cleaning is this. So performance invoice clearly specify the kind of item I'm exporting or out of the country to you, which you are importing in the UK. Then commercial invoice indicates the value of goods for export in currency transaction. These are simple things forgot this baby grammar. It simply just means, for those of you that might not be Nigerian, only speak a pidgin English, say, this one just mean talk, say, okay, now waiting with the value of this thing. Is it 10,000 naira? Is it 1,000 euro? Is it 1,000 pounds? Is it $1,000? What's the value? That is known as commercial invoice. Just say it in writing, in currency transaction, to know what is the value of what you're actually transferring from the state of origin to the end user point. A package list indicating the unit, packaging, and the total quantity of goods intended. So when you are packaging this whole thing in a bag, you're trying to get something. Let's say you are going to package it inside this place here. What are you packaging it with? How many of these A4 papers are inside? Is it 1,000? You put the specification here. So these are the things you need to do also. Then after commercial invoice, the next one I'll be looking at will commercial. Okay, we'll talk about financial document. Financial document is prepared, is a preparation document, shows the end of financial transaction between the buyer and the seller. You must get this one ready. It's very important. What's your commercial document like? Your financial document like? Then you say the preparation of financial document shows the evidence of financial transaction between the buyer and the seller. It shows the confirmation of financial regulating export. It includes issued document by Nigeria Export Control Council, issued by the bank. So your bank is to help you issue this thing. That is to say, you must have a bank account in your company name here in Nigeria to enable you to transact this whole thing. For companies that are not having this register in Nigeria, you can look for a company that can serve as an agent for you here in Nigeria to do those kind of transactions. The next one I'll be looking at will be goods movement document. Yes, we're about to come to the end of this class. But let me dance now. So we'll now come to what? Goods movement document. The goods movement document has to do with what are the certificates, like clearance certificates. It's called ICCI. Clearance certificate means it's issued for pre-shipment. Meaning before you ship those things out of Nigeria, they'll issue that. I'll read it clearly. One after I say, goods movement document. This deals with all aspects of delivering goods to the buyer in a medium of specific exportation contract. Documents include 1. Contract issued document, clearance certificate inspection, issued by the government at the point of pre-shipping inspection agency. Relevancy, it ascertains the quality, the quantity, the price competitiveness of Nigeria exporters. The price competitiveness of Nigeria exporters. So it shows you this, it gives you all this breakdown under this goods movement to know, okay, how much is it worth? Where are we taking it to? Who are we giving it to? Then I'm looking at those document issued, which is certificate of freight, certificate of weight and quality, issued by independent quality accessory, such as Bureau Veritas. These are companies that are in charge of this in Nigeria here. Then these are the things I believe I'm able to put you through, I'm able to confuse you. For anything you're not clear about, there are a lot of things. If I want to say it, more than 3 hours will still be in this place. So thank you for your time. Remember, if you think you can or you cannot, either way you are correct. And Ford says so. For your comment, for everything, kindly drop it. I will answer your questions. In this, I will leave 2 videos with you here. One is about how to start profitable business in Nigeria. It's my left-hand side. Another one is how to start a profitable poultry business. One is how to start a business in Nigeria, profitable one. One is how to start a profitable poultry business in Nigeria. And it's me, Abraham Orokwe. I'm a business consultant and coach. I'm logging out from now and I say